A lot of times victims will call 911 or emergency services, and maybe they really don't need emergency services, but they just need somebody.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.
Could you tell us a little bit about OhanaLink Purple that you'll soon be launching?
Yeah, so OhanaLink Purple is a solution for domestic violence agencies. And so the difference with a solution that we're building to provide efficiencies for these agencies versus there's apps out there that already target victims of domestic abuse and domestic violence. But with Purple, you're actually engaging with a human. You're actually engaging with the agency. So victims are able to be equipped with tools, information, which is very critical typically in the early stages and beyond. So being able to provide a solution that's connecting the agency to a victim is really what differentiates us from the apps that are currently out there that are just targeting a victim to give them information, and they're interacting with an app versus interacting with a human. And so we're really innovating the technology for that space. There's really nothing out there that enables agencies to use technology to connect with victims. So we are first to market for that, and we are really, really excited about the opportunity for them to improve their efficiencies by an estimated 80% and expand the services that they're providing.
Could you kind of walk us through how it could be used in one of the situations?
Yeah, so when a victim comes into a shelter or calls a shelter for help, they are able to connect through the app to communicate safely, which I won't give all the secrets away on how we're doing that, but we're able to provide a very, very secure way for a victim to message a shelter if they have questions. A lot of these activities are tracked on their devices, and we have a trackless safety feature built into the app, so any of the assets that they're getting access to, pamphlets, brochures, handbooks, all of that can be accessed without being traceable on their devices.
So this is something that somebody who's in danger can use.
Yes.
And potentially, yeah, you have somebody who's going to look at their phone or who is watching their phone and keeping track of what they're doing so that they can do this safely and anonymously
Safely
from the world, but also from the danger that they are presently in.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so a lot of times victims will call 911 or emergency services, and maybe they really don't need emergency services, but they just need somebody. And so being able to connect them to an agency versus them having to call 911, which could actually, exacerbate the issue and make it more dangerous for them, and being able to safely connect them is really the goal.
So when does this launch? And I guess
it's launched.
Oh, it is launched.
Yeah, we launched actually the beginning of this month.
Okay.
We're onboarding our first group of agencies, which is they're in the western side of Pennsylvania. This whole project was led by Western Pennsylvania agencies through the pandemic. So I have to give them all the credit. Lizette Olson and Michelle Gibb really led the way from Mercer County and Alakiski Hope Center. And so they then recruited their friends. And so we have 7 agencies that we're currently onboarding right now. We have 14 in the pipeline. So we're really going to start onboarding across PA right now. And then through the rest of the state through Q2 and Q3 of this year. But we're also available to expand across the entire country.
Any projections for how fast or how far you're going to expand?
I mean, we intend to acquire the majority of the country. Again, like I said, there really is no other technology like this out there. And Lizette and Michelle are really the leaders through the state. So we've been working with PCADV, the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Domestic Violence, to inform them of this technology. And then Lizette and Michelle are connected nationally as well.
Sure.
So we intend to roll out nationally through the rest of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's pretty big. That's
it is
huge.
pretty big, and you
Yeah.
know, I mean, a lot of the I don't want to say pushback, but there's been question on, you know, how can they afford this? These agencies have already been cut back with budgets and so on, and it's going to continue to be that way. But we are a very inexpensive solution. We also allow for sponsors to sponsor a shelter. So if there's an organization out there that wants to provide a sponsorship to an agency to gift it to them, they can do that as well.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.